Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up.
We have traveled all over East Africa to find hard-working farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need,
so they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences
on the Shamba Shape Up Safari. Hello and welcome
to Shamba Shape Up. Today we are in Nyeri.
And you're visiting farm manager Juliette and farm owner Karanja. Their main business is bananas and plantains.
But they also have 600 Kienyeji chickens.
And a lot more besides this.
The farm covers 10 acres. So let's go meet them.
Hey! Karanja!
Hey, how are you?
Fine, thank you, Juliette.
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
Mûkûrwe'inî.
Weather is good. A bit more rain will be fantastic.
Wow.
And you, Mr. Karanja, how is it going?
We're hoping this season will be much better. Yeah, we expect a better crop.
So we are here, and just like any other farmer, I'm sure you do have challenges. Which are the main challenges that you are facing in this Shamba?
Our main challenge is market. Market is a big thing. Being able to sell our produce at a good price in order to be able to add back that money to the farm.
What other challenges are you facing?
It's expensive running a farm. Yeah, we have issues of service in terms of, just general maintenance. It's a challenge.
It's been a long journey for you.
It's been a very long journey. Yeah.
But how do you feel as a farmer? Are you proud of what you've done or what you have accomplished so far?
I feel good.
Nice.
You said it feels good. And that's why we are here, and we have not come alone. Caro, who have we come
We
with?
want to make you feel better. We've come with experts. By the time you're leaving your Shamba, we hopefully want to leave you fully shaped up. Fantastic. It's a lot of work, so with your permission, you'll kindly let us go pitch our tent.
We'll see you in a bit.
Later.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Why farming? In fact, it's a question that so many people ask me. From my prior life, I was in corporate, and I used to do a bit of side farming. And when I got tired of corporate, I think that's when I saw it would be the most relaxing thing for me to do. Started little steps, but I'm enjoying each and every step. I'd encourage others to do farming. It's actually challenging, but it has its rewards.
So let's pitch the tent and get ready for work. Our first job today is to help Juliette with her chicken. So we've asked Stephen Kanyi from CKL Africa to come and help us out. And I think he has already spotted some problems with the chicken housing. Let's see what he has to say. How many chickens do you have now?
Right now, I think there should be about 250.
So what was the main purpose of the chicken?
The chicken, mainly we have them for meat as well as eggs, but mainly meat.
First, I would like to talk about the hygiene. One is about the hygiene. Yeah, you have to check on biosecurity. And when you check on the entrance, we are supposed to have a disinfectant here so that we can prevent diseases getting inside the chicken house. And that is missing. Number two, I've noted that when you get inside, there is a lot of dust. We should make sure that the house is very clean. Then also, I've observed that your chicken have not added the right weight. Their growth rate is very, very low. Laying nest or laying boxes, they are not covered, they are so open. And also, I've noted that there are some waste bags which have manure inside the house, and they should be outside. Then the last one is about aeration. I've noted that one part is covered with iron sheets, and when you get inside the house, there is a lot of ammonia. And ammonia causes ammonia burns, and also it affects the production of the birds. They cannot add weight as they are supposed to. So I would recommend that those iron sheets should be removed so that we can have good aeration.
Now, thank you so much, Kanyi. We have a lot of work to do, like you've mentioned, so that eventually she can get the right kilos from chicken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, time for our Shamba Shape Up team to get to work fixing the problems. I'm hoping Juliette is going to be really pleased when she sees the work completed. But while the teamwork, I wanted to know, what does Kienyeji recommend for chicken feed?
What are you feeding your chicken right now?
Right now, what we feed them is a grower's mash.
Nothing else.
Yes.
This is improved Kienyeji because we are in business. We want this chicken to achieve the market weight of 3.1 kg or 3 kgs in 5 months. We want the layers to achieve the laying weight of 1.5 kgs, that is in 5 months. Also at around 5 months, we can get these layers laying. We call it point of lay. You have to get the right feed, good quality feed, and also you have to supplement. We have Diamond V, which is going to help in metabolism. It is going to increase the rate at which the feed is going to be degraded. So you have efficient and effective digestion. When you are doing in small scale, you can use 125 grams of Diamond V in 70 kgs of the chicken feed.
And that is mixed.
That is mixed with the feed. Besides Diamond V, you have to add Toxin. You want to also to get efficient breakdown of complex feed materials so that they can be absorbed, to make them absorbable in the gut or in the stomach of the chicken. Toxin will provide 9 enzymes, and enzymes are there to help in digestion. You use Toxin at the rate of 350 grams in 1 ton of feed. So when you do this, the chicken will put more weight, and also it will mature very fast. Besides feeding, you have to check on yourself, your health, and also the health of the birds. To reduce that or prevent that, you provide T5Z. This is a mycotoxin binder. Sometimes you get the feeds that are moldy. Yeah, when you are storing, you get feeds that have got molds, and you want to get rid of these fungi. Mycotoxins, they affect the birds in a way that they affect the immunity, they affect also the health, they affect the production. And that is why the bird cannot add more weight. And besides that, when you feed on the meat from a chicken that has fed on aflatoxin, you are risking your health, yeah, to your system. So to reduce that or prevent that, you provide T5Z. You mix together with feeds. You use 100 grams in 70 kgs of feed. When you feed all these 3, your birds are going to add on weight within the very short time.
That's fantastic. And before the day was out, the Shamba Shape-Up team finished its work on the chicken shed. The footbath has been filled with disinfectant. The floor has been cleaned and fresh sawdust laid. The iron sheets have been removed from the windows to let in more air. The feeders have been cleaned. And the laying boxes have covers, so it's dark inside. Altogether, a job well done.
Now, as every farmer knows, whether you keep chicken or grow bananas like this here, it doesn't matter how good your product is. If you can't sell or get a good price, it's all been for nothing. So, we've asked financial expert Albert Bundi to come and give us some advice on markets. Now, let's hear what he has to say.
Wow, so Nyeri has decided to welcome us with rain.
Yes.
Juliette, this is a good thing.
Very good. We're very happy.
When we started, you talked about having problems with markets.
Yes. Especially with the season that we've had and with COVID-19. Sometimes we get customers who want our produce, but not at the right price that we would be able to cover expenses.
So most of the times you run at a loss?
Yes.
And do you suffer any waste?
We have neighbors who will sell to, but not at a good price. And then we try and also feed them to our livestock if we can. But yes, there is some waste that happens.
There is some waste.
Market for every farmer is a challenge. But we always tell the farmer, how do you manage your market? Even before you start planting, even before you start identifying the crop, how do you go about it? We normally say farm to fork. That what you produce, it will end up to the consumer. Start from the fork to the farm. That yes, I've known my consumers. These are the tastes and preferences of my consumers. So what do? I need to produce what the consumers need. and then now get the right agronomical support, get the right seeds. And if the weather conditions are good, you can be able to produce what the customers need.
So farmers, remember, before you start a new enterprise, first know the market you want to sell it into. What is the likely demand and how much can you sell it for? Work backwards from there. But what about finding new markets? How is that done with bananas, for example?
I can also challenge her. Now we can move to another level of value addition. That she can make some crepes. Are you seeing that? Now from the crepes, she can also have different varieties, different tastes. Are you seeing that? Then she can be able to increase that value. You see, again, she's also forced to sell the bananas when they are fresh. So if the bananas are very fresh, then they cannot stay for long. But if you make it for crepes, they can stay maybe 3 to 4 months. So which means when there is overproduction, when the price is very low, 2 bananas, that is just less than 20 shillings. She can concentrate in making crepes, banana crepes. Now those banana crepes, they can be able to sell at a higher price. So she can have also increased the value.
The value addition would really make a big difference because then you'd reduce that waste. Yeah.
For her, she has a need, like now making those crepes. So for us, we give asset financing loan. So the asset financing loan, she sources a very good machine. For us now, we'll finance so that it can be used for processing those crepes.
Farmers, you always have different stages of farmers. You have a small scale, you have the medium and large scale.
Yes.
And it would be good to know what kind of loans would be available for those different 3 levels.
Loan is available for all farmers, be it a small scale, medium or large scale farmers. The only difference is the amount. For any farmer, the first requirement is you open the account. When you open the account, you bank with the bank. Then now when you come for a loan, the next thing I will ask you is about the records. Where are your sales record?
I always wonder how stringent or how difficult it will be to get that loan because sometimes our records are not perfect.
We know that farmers keeping a record is a big challenge. Every money that you sell, deposit in the bank. So when you deposit in the bank, already have the records. So when you need a loan from me, I ask you, I can see you deposit this money in the bank. Which was the source? You tell me you sold bananas. Yes. I can also see from the bank, you withdraw this amount of money. What was the need? I went to pay the workers, I went to pay the inputs, I went to pay ABCD. Yes, then I can be able to see how is he getting the money and how is he spending the money. You do mobile banking. You don't need to travel all the way to the bank. Whoever you are selling the farm produce, tell them this is my account, deposit the money here. Then the money goes straight to the bank. And then now from there, you start spending the money based on the records. You can only be able to track your steps if you can be able to know how much you spend and how much you get and what is your profit.
Good.
Yes.
We all know, I think, in this country, a lot of farmers are women. Having that support, a bank that understands us and understands our needs is good. So that means as women, we shouldn't feel like we have to figure it out by ourselves.
Well, there you are, Tony. How's it going?
Very nice. With good chicken management, our farmer is ready for the next big step.
Markets. When you manage your produce properly, then you have a better chance at getting better markets. Coming up right after the break,
Planting Calliandra for cow feed.
And treating seeds to avoid pests.
Welcome back.
to Shamba Shape Up.
We are in Nyeri.
And we are visiting Juliette and Karanja.
No time to waste.
Let's get back to work.
Back to work.
Juliette wants to increase the yield of her beans. So that means getting things right from the very beginning. And where does crop growing begin? With planting the seed, of course. So we've asked Duncan Mukunda from Syngenta to come and tell us how to make sure our crop doesn't get destroyed by pests and diseases by taking care of the seeds.
How big is this land where the beans are?
Well, this is about a quarter of an acre.
A quarter of an
We
acre.
have planted the beans, yes.
And how much yield do you get?
I would say we've been getting 4 bags, 25 to 30 kilos.
25 to 30 kilos.
That's good.
But you can get more.
Exactly.
For the farmer to get it light from the beginning, she needs to treat the seed so that now she gets the plant population. In this case, plant population translates to the quantity of the produce that you'll get in a given area, say like a quarter of an acre, also getting the vigor so that now you get good produce. Because quality and quantity will come from the seed, getting it light in terms of germination and also getting it light in terms of vigor. And I will also take the farmer through to demonstrate to her that the seed treatment, how it works to give you the quantity and the quality of the beans that you are looking for. If seeds are not treated, they are attacked by soil pests.
What kind of seeds are treated?
All the seed need to be treated because all the seed are prone to pests and diseases when they get into the farm. Yeah, from Syngenta, we have a solution for seed treatment. We have a product by the name Apron Star. It's a fungicide insecticide. It's a combination of fungicide and insecticide. It has both a product that will control the pest and product that will also control the diseases. So in this case, Apron Star, it comes in 10 grams. 10 grams is enough to treat 4 kgs of any seed. In this case, we are talking the bigger seed. Talk about maize, talk about beans, talk about melon. And protect your seed for 3 good weeks after planting.
Okay, so let's see how to protect the seeds. But first, remember when handling chemicals of any type, always put on protective clothing or PPE. Some chemicals can damage your body if they get onto your skin, in your eyes or into your lungs. So please, farmers, take no chances.
So we are going to make a syrup of Apron Star. We require 300 ml of water, and we require also 10 grams of Apron Star to treat 4 kgs of seeds.
To treat 4 kilograms of seeds, you'll need a large bucket for the mixing. Into this, pour 10 grams of Apron Star. Then add 300 milliliters of water. Mix them both well so the Apron Star is fully dissolved.
And now we have our 4 kgs of beans that we are going to treat.
Then pour the 4 kilograms of beans into the bucket.
Then we have to mix them thoroughly.
Again, mix thoroughly. Finally, let the seeds soak in the bucket for 30 minutes and dry under the shade for another 30 minutes. Okay, so now let's get over to the field and find out the best way to plant beans.
So we had to keep them under the shade for 30 minutes for them to dry, so that now we can plant.
All right.
We need to get the spacing light for the beans. From one plant to the other plant is 20 centimeter, and from one low to the other is 45 centimeters.
And how many seeds do we recommended to put in the ground?
Yeah, you can plant one, that will be okay. Yes.
All right. What will happen if you're to plant 2?
This brings competition, and then you get this congestion within the farm.
All right. Okay. Yes. So what do we do first?
So I'll put my line that will guide me how to do the holes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Duncan,
yes.
Since we have treated the seeds, do we need to add anything else like manure to it, or we just plant it the way it is?
Good. Yes, we need to add manure and fertilizer. Remember, we are looking for quality and quantity within our beans in terms of production. So our beans require nutrient for them to grow and produce. So yes, we require manure and we require fertilizer.
All right. Add a handful of manure per hole, as well as the recommended fertilizer from your soil test. Once the fertilizer is in the hole, cover it with the soil. On this, add 1 certified seed per hole. 1 seed is enough, as certified seeds are sure to germinate. Finally, cover the seed with a little of the soil you dug up earlier. And it's done. I'm sure Juliette will get a bumper crop next season.
Welcome to the Shamba Shape-Up Farming News for Kenya. The long-awaited rains start in the coming few days in most parts of the country, which means this is the planting season around the country. However, the counties of Mandera, Wajir and Lamu will get rains of less than 15 millimeters. Upper Eastern Kenya, including the counties of Samburu, Marsabit, Isiolo and Tana River, will receive a little to moderate amount of rainfall of up to 50 millimeters. Plant early maturing crops like millet, sorghum, green grams and cowpeas, as well as drought-tolerant crops like cassava if you're a farmer in these areas. Eastern and Lower Eastern counties, including Tharaka, Meru, Machakos, Makueni and Kitui, will see moderate to high amount of rainfall ranging from 50 millimeters to above 185 millimeters. The coastal region counties including Mombasa, Kwale and Kilifi will also get little to moderate rainfall ranging from 5 to 50 millimeters, with Taita Taveta expecting rains of above 185 millimeters. Central region counties such as Nyandarua, Murang'a, Embu and Kiambu, as well as Nairobi, will receive high rainfall of above 185 millimeters. North Rift, Central Rift and South Rift Valley will have moderate to high rainfall of above 185 millimeters. From Trans Nzoia, Uasin Gishu, Baringo, Nakuru, Bomet to Narok. However, Turkana will see little rainfall but not more than 50 millimeters. Western and Nyanza region counties expect high rainfall of above 185 millimeters. This includes Bungoma, Kakamega, Siaya, Kisumu, Homa Bay, Migori and Kisii. Farmers, choose the best seed variety suited for your area. For better yields, plant certified seeds. Get your spacing right from row to row and seed to seed. Apply well-rotted manure and correct fertilizers. There will be a lot of runoff water. Make sure you make terraces, plant crops across slopes to keep the runoff water in place. To get the specific weather forecast for the coming long rains and the best seed variety to plant in your county, call Shamba on 0711 082 606. I am Brenda. See you next week on the Shamba Shape-Up Farming News for Kenya.
Juliette keeps goats on the farm, so I wanted to introduce her to the benefits of using fodder shrubs as an animal feed in dairy farming. I'm taking her to meet Juma, a farmer nearby who specializes in growing and feeding Calliandra. Come on, Caro, join us. And we are in luck because today Juma is with Moses Buloa from ICRAF, the World Agroforestry Center, and they're having a training session for some local farmers. And here we are.
This is our farmer Juliette, and she came to learn about fodder shrubs.
One, we have Calliandra, that's the common name. We have Gliricidia, we have mulberry, we have Sesbania, Lucina. There's several.
So Juma,
yes,
you're specializing in which one?
Coriander.
Aha. What is the importance of Calliandra?
First is used as feed. I use it in my cows, my dairy goats, and even the chickens.
Mm-hmm.
I use it to stop soil erosion in my terraces, on my fence, as a fence. It is also used as a forage to bees. It has many uses. I also sell the seeds, and it says seedlings.
So it's a business for you?
It's a business, yeah. Like this one, I can get at least about 15 or more thousand Kenya shillings.
Out of this?
Out of this.
Is it good for goats?
It's very nice for goats, especially the dairy goats.
Ah,
yeah.
And you have a dairy.
Yes, and some of them for meat.
And some for meat.
Yeah.
So Calliandra is also good for that.
Yes, yes.
Moses, is that true?
Very true, very true.
Elaborate more.
Yeah, you can feed your goat with half a kilo of Calliandra per day. It will give you good milk. And if it is for meat also, it will gain weight, of course. So you'll have good quality mutton from your goats. But it's also good to feed your dairy cows on Calliandra. So Calliandra is good. Good for goats, even chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah. Yes. The eggs become more yellow, the yolks. So it fetches good market.
It does everything?
Yeah, of course.
Have any of you farmers used Calliandra?
Yes.
Okay, tell me, what is the experience?
But it is as you have just said.
Yes.
Because 3 kg of Calliandra is equivalent to a kg of dairy meal. So I go to dairy meal for buying dairy meal not often.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not as much as you used to.
Not as much as I used to.
Yes.
As such, I save
Ah, yeah. Lots of saving.
A lot of saving in that.
Okay.
And remember, Tony,
yes,
when it is dry, the 3 kgs of Calliandra is equivalent to 2 kilos of dairy milk. So for you to consistently feed your cow, use 6 kilos of fresh Calliandra per day per cow.
Mm-hmm. To meet your cow's daily protein needs, you will need either 3 kilograms of dry Calliandra or 6 kilograms of fresh Calliandra. That's the same as feeding 2 kilograms of dairy meal.
And you, madam, what do you use Calliandra for?
Me, I used Calliandra in my fence.
Oh, fencing.
Because it has a lot of fertility in my nini.
It helps with the soil fertility.
Yeah.
Let us learn how to plant Calliandra from the seedbed.
Why
Shall we
not?
do that, Moses?
Yes, we shall.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, as we could find out about planting, back on Juliette's farm, the Shamba Shape-Up team have sprung into action, improving the goat shed. Putting in a raised floor means the goats won't have to sleep in dirt. If animal housing is poor with no shade or clean drinking water, all your efforts towards good quality feed will be wasted. Okay, now back on Juma's farm. Let's see how to plant Calliandra.
So first, we drill the holes, 10 centimeters between the rows and 5 centimeters from one seed to the other. If you don't have anything to measure, you can use your palm. Mm-hmm. So your palm is 10 centimeters in width, and the depth of that line should be twice the diameter of the seed. So you will take the seeds that you had previously soaked or treated them well, and then you start planting. Remember, the spacing is 5 centimeters from one seed to the other. So you can use your 2 fingers. So Juma, can you space them properly?
The 2 fingers.
So after planting, then you take the fine soils that was well mixed with the rhizobia and the compost, and then you cover the seeds. You do watering, and then you cover the bed with mulch.
Mm-hmm. So Moses, how long do we wait before we get our Calliandra to be like this?
It takes 2 to 4 months.
From there
to here.
Yes. Good management. All right.
And you can also intercrop Calliandra with other crops. So it doesn't compete with crops for nutrients in the soil.
And remember, you need 400 to 500 fodder shrubs to feed one cow all year round.
Caro,
Yes.
where are you? There she is. Our farmers have decided you take this home and plant just one. No, okay, take two. Well, and we see you next time here on Shamba Shape-Up.
When they came to the farm and they interviewed and brought the experts, there's a lot more that I didn't know. They're going to help me grow as a farmer.